Hello everyone! Today we are going to prepare a delicious lunch or dinner together. This is a hearty and flavorful dish called chicken potato boats. To begin, we will need potatoes. I have 800 grams, which I have already cut into large cubes. Next we need chicken. I am using boneless chicken thigh fillet, about 400 grams. It is more tender and juicy than chicken breast, but you can use whichever cut you prefer. We will also need a chicken seasoning mix, 2 small tomatoes, 1 onion, and of course salt and pepper. To form our boats, we will also need parchment paper. Let us begin cooking. We will start with the potatoes. They need to be boiled first. Place the potatoes into a pot, cover with water, and put them on the stove. Cook for about 10 to 15 minutes until they are halfway done. Do not forget to salt the water for the potatoes. While the potatoes are cooking, we will prepare the chicken. It needs to be cut into small cubes and marinated. We will also season the chicken in just a moment. Cut the chicken into cubes, trimming off any unwanted pieces. Chicken thighs are an excellent source of protein and remain juicy when baked, making them ideal for this recipe. They also contain more iron and zinc than chicken breast. Fun fact: dark meat like thighs has more flavor due to higher fat content, enhancing the dish naturally. Once all the chicken is chopped, place it in a bowl and add your seasoning. Add a little salt, just a pinch, because the seasoning already contains salt, and a bit of black pepper. I also like to add about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil to help everything combine better. Mix everything thoroughly and set it aside to marinate. While the chicken is marinating and the potatoes are cooking, we will slice the tomatoes and onion and prepare our parchment paper boats. Slice the onion into half rings. Choose a firm, medium-sized onion for easy slicing and a balanced flavor. Onions not only add sweetness and depth to the dish, but they also release natural juices while baking, helping to keep the filling moist. Make sure your slices are not too thick, so they cook evenly in the oven. A sharp knife will give you cleaner cuts and prevent tearing. Take your time. Onions are one of the oldest cultivated vegetables, dating back over 5,000 years. They are rich in antioxidants and contain compounds that may reduce inflammation and support heart health. Cutting onions makes you cry because they release sulfuric compounds that react with your eyes. Interestingly, onions were once used as currency in ancient Egypt and were even placed in the tombs of pharaohs as a symbol of eternal life. Do the same with the tomatoes. Slice them thinly into half rings. Tomatoes are technically fruits, not vegetables, and belong to the nightshade family along with potatoes and eggplants. Originally native to Western South America, they were once believed to be poisonous in Europe and used only for decoration. Today, tomatoes are a global staple and come in thousands of varieties, from tiny cherry tomatoes to large beefsteaks. They are rich in vitamin C, potassium, and the antioxidant lycopene, which may help reduce the risk of heart disease and certain cancers. Interestingly, cooked tomatoes contain even more lycopene than raw ones. Tomatoes are also 95% water, making them naturally low in calories. Tomatoes grow in a wide range of climates and can be grown indoors or outdoors. They are self-pollinating, which makes them easier to cultivate at home. In fact, homegrown tomatoes often taste sweeter and more flavorful. The largest tomato ever recorded weighed over 10 pounds, setting a world record. Now all the vegetables are ready, and we can move on to shaping the parchment boats. I am using a piece of parchment paper that is approximately 20 by 30 centimeters. Fold the long edges in about 1.5 to 2 centimeters. Then, gently fold the parchment once more along the long center line, bringing the already folded edges inward. Then fold and twist the short ends tightly to form a boat shape. From one side, and then from the other. Once you unfold the middle, you will have something that looks like a paper tray or boat. Repeat this for each portion. Now we begin filling the boats. The potatoes are ready. I cooked them a bit longer than just halfway to make them softer. First, place the potatoes in the bottom of each boat. Potatoes are one of the most widely consumed vegetables in the world and are incredibly versatile. They were first cultivated in the Andes Mountains over 7,000 years ago and were introduced to Europe in the 16th century. Potatoes are rich in vitamin C, potassium, and fiber, especially when the skin is left on. They are naturally gluten-free and very filling, making them a perfect base for hearty dishes like this one. Their mild flavor pairs beautifully with savory meats and herbs. Then add a layer of the marinated chicken, placing it gently over the potatoes so the flavors can blend during baking. Chicken is a great source of lean protein and essential nutrients like B vitamins and selenium. Using marinated chicken not only enhances the flavor, but also helps keep the meat tender and juicy. As it bakes, the juices from the chicken will seep into the potatoes, creating a rich, savory base full of flavor. Next, add the sliced onion. If you do not like onions, you can skip them. You can also add bell peppers or even chopped eggplant if you like those vegetables. I am adding fresh tomatoes on top of the filling. Tomatoes add natural juiciness and a subtle sweetness that balances the savory flavors of the meat and potatoes. As they bake, they soften beautifully and release their juices, helping to keep the entire dish moist and flavorful. Fill each boat this way. All of my boats are now filled. Place the filled boats in the oven, preheated to 190 degrees Celsius, which is 374 degrees Fahrenheit, and bake for 30 minutes. While they are baking, grate the cheese. You will need 150 grams. After 30 minutes, the boats are cooked through. Here is how they look. Everything is soft and juicy. Now sprinkle the grated cheese generously on top. I am using mozzarella cheese, and I grated all 150 grams. Place the boats back in the oven for another 15 minutes until a golden cheese crust forms. The cheese will melt into the vegetables and chicken, creating a rich, creamy layer that ties all the flavors together. Mozzarella is perfect for this because it melts beautifully and gives that stretchy golden finish everyone loves. The aroma as it bakes is absolutely mouth-watering. Now everything is ready. Take a look. What a beautiful dish. Let us see what is inside. The cheese is melted and stretchy, the potatoes are soft, and the meat is tender. If you look at the bottom, you can see how juicy everything is. This is incredibly delicious. If only you could smell what is coming from my kitchen, you would want to cook this right away. So go ahead and try it. Serve it to your family and friends. Write a comment, give a like, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think and what else you would like me to prepare. Thank you for watching. This was Sveta's Menu Cooking Channel. See you next time, and goodbye.